Welcome back to another episode of Sports Works Podcast. This is week 4 of the NFL. I am Little BK, aka Joey.
It's the Phenom. I don't gotta hype myself up because just look at the record.
El Scorcho over here, your boy, back in the lab, doing his thing, grinding this money, you know what I mean? Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna talk about last week, week 3. Gonna read you how we went. Our record was for last week's picks. Sadly, I went 2 for 6. Jesus El Storcho went 3 for 6, and again, the winner Armando went 4 for 6.
The Phenom, baby, the Phenom.
Hey, he's hotter than fucking chicken grease, you know what I mean?
And I think we also got thrown in there our blue chips. You know, my blue chip finally hit this week. I took the Texans.
So you're standing at 500 right now then, right?
Hold on, Scorcho. Hold on. I'm gonna give you credit. Right, I'm gonna give you credit right now too. All right. So Scorcho, you know he's 2-0 on his blue chips. Right.
2 for 2, 2 for 2.
Yeah, you're
2
2-0.
for
Oh yeah, 2
2-0. Yeah,
2 yeah. Whatever.
I'm undefeated. Pretty much I'm undefeated, guys. Pretty much my picks get you the money.
Yeah.
Same shit.
And I'm over 2.
Who'd you
So
take last week, Scorcho? I forgot what was your
My
blue
blue
chip?
chip was the Rams.
The Rams. Okay, and then Joe, you lost yours because of the freaking Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, man.
Fuck everybody
Don't trust
over
that
here,
Case Keenum guy.
And fuck that guy.
Truth
All
be
right.
told, last week was a bloodbath for
Yes.
pretty much everyone out there
It
putting
was.
money on the Cardinals. Again, they let us down.
That was a very surprising game.
Yeah, I was really
I don't
surprised.
know if you guys were watching that game closely. We definitely were. We had a little 5-team reaction on that one, and of course, that was a team that fucked us over.
Was it
I don't
really?
know what happened. What happened with that Cardinals defense? They just let up, man.
Lesson be learned, you know. I mean, bottom line is we put our money on a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach, and those are the end results. That's why this is the NFL.
Yeah, the thing is, that was a very surprising game because, yeah, they're rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, but they played against the Panthers team without Cam Newton, a backup quarterback with not too much experience. So it was it was very impressive on the Panthers' behalf. And hey, there might be a little quarterback controversy stirring up over there. They're saying that Cam's not ready for Week 4. They're saying he's trying to avoid surgery. I don't know. I think
I'm
there's a
gonna be
little
honest
quarterback
with you.
controversy.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
honest with you. I think Cam is getting a little washed up now these days. I think
Sheesh.
his best days are behind him now, and he's gonna have to change scenery if we want to see a refreshed Cam Newton.
Hey, I'll take
Change
him.
teams.
I'll take Newton in Denver though. I'll tell you that right now.
That would be enticing. That would definitely be enticing. But the man, I think, is damaged goods at this point. I think the Cam Newton project is over. They need to move on, and so does the rest of the NFL.
Another surprising game too that we saw from last week. I'm gonna say it right now was that Seahawks game. What the heck? Who would have expected the Saints to win? I mean, I know you were saying this is a trap game, Scorcho, but I don't know. That threw me off for sure.
Hey,
Yeah, I
the
thought it
Scorcher
was going
called
under
that
that
game. The
game,
Scorcher
yeah.
called that game. I said, stay away from that game. That's a trap game. What I tell you, the bettors, the bookies want you to bet on Seattle. Sure enough.
Yeah. So, all right, right off the bat, we're going to go straight into week 4. The Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. Plus 7.5. The over or under is 42.5. Right off the bat.
Where are they playing at, though?
Oh,
Tell
well, they'll
us.
be playing in Buffalo. Sorry. Right off the bat, I think you should take the Patriots this game. The Pats defense, yeah, they've played pretty crappy teams the first 3 weeks, but they have not a lot of touchdown. Tom Brady has 67% of his completed he has 67% completed passes, 7 touchdowns and no interceptions through week 3. They've only allowed 17 points and scored over already 107 points.
So pretty much what you're telling us is Patriots doing Patriot things.
Yeah,
much.
pretty much.
That's it. Nothing's
And I
changed
think
for the past 10, 12 years.
yeah, I mean, it is a division rival, so it is going to be I would say pretty. I'm not gonna say a pretty close game, but I think for the start of the game will be close.
Yeah.
Towards the end, Patriots just take it away. Both teams are undefeated, so they both have some pretty good teams to play for
With those stats you just read about the Patriots, what makes you think that it's going to be a close game?
because they've
New England's been
dominated.
pulling away from
everybody.
everybody.
I think-
everyone.
I'm gonna jump into this. Okay, so Joey's taking the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots too, but I think the reason why Joey's saying it's gonna be a close game is because the Bills they're undefeated. You know,
Yeah, I mean
They've,
the reason they're undefeated.
they played some very good football. Josh Allen, he's young, but he's got talent around him. You know, I don't think he has enough to go ahead and. Squirtle's over here listening.
I know.
He's shaking his
Okay,
head
wait,
to
hold
me
on.
talking about the
I have
Bills.
one more. I have
Hey,
one more
but the
thing.
Bills- oh yeah, go ahead.
One more
Joey,
thing.
go
One more
ahead,
thing. One more
sorry.
thing. The Pats have won 5 games in a row against the Bills. 3 games beat on the road.
There you go.
Come on.
No,
They got
hey,
this
look,
one
hey,
so-
look. Mad respect to the Patriots. They're playing great ball, and right now they look like an unstoppable force. You know, on top of that, they have great coaching. How do you beat that? How do you beat a great quarterback with a great running back, good tight ends, and great head coaching?
Yeah.
I think their only weakness, truth be told, is their defense. and even that is not that bad. It's better than average most weekends.
Defense
Right?
hasn't allowed
On top of that, let's
touchdowns.
not forget they play in a weak division where they can get the job done with what they have.
They haven't given up
They
a
bring the
touchdown either,
firepower.
though,
They can
so-
blow anybody out within their division. The shit comes down when they play outside of their division.
I mean, I think their only trouble this week is their trouble in the O line. They have 2 players not playing, which is probably key. It was key for them, but to pick up on your defense, they haven't allowed a touchdown, like I said, and they've
So-
only given up 17 points. That seems like a pretty good defense.
So bottom
to
line
me.
is these guys are taking some ballsy picks here. They're taking the Patriots. They're giving away
Yes,
7.5
sir.
points. 7.5 points, I think, may be a bit too much even for the great New England Patriots. I'm going to find myself backing up the Bills this weekend. I do believe in Jordan. What's his name? Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I think he's the kid's good. He's developing some protection around him. He's got some great options on the wideouts. He's got a good tight end and a decent running game. Who would have thought, right? The Bills' running game is a little bit better off without Shady McCoy, but bottom line, they are.
Hey, Frank Gore, man,
They're
he's
finding
good.
ways to grind these games and win these games.
So you
On
take
top
the
of
Bills?
that, their defense is playing great.
So you
I
take-
think
you take the
I'm not
Bills?
saying they're going to win the game, okay? But I am taking them with the points.
Okay.
You give me
All
the
right.
points,
Fair
I'll
enough.
take Buffalo. I think
Yeah.
Buffalo will cover this number.
All right. Well, like I said before I got cut off, rudely interrupted. I'm taking the Patriots. I don't see how the Bills are going to be able to put too many points against them. This is the top-rated defense, I think, right now. Right? They've allowed the least amount of points. Not a single touchdown, as Joe was saying. I just see them. I see them owning the Bills. Maybe it'll be a little bit close to start off the game.
So, yeah,
Brady's going to be a little. He's going to be a little lazy out there, but then he'll get into it. I just see the Patriots winning.
I mean,
big here.
67% completed passes.
Yeah,
Like,
big,
come on, man.
big.
That's good.
And you say so the over and under, guys?
That's,
Not that we're making that a pick, but
Nah,
just a
I'm not
little,
the-
little
I'm-
advice to our listeners out there.
My advice to the listeners is just take the Patriots.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
say take the Patriots.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So you guys don't want to touch the side, huh?
Nah.
Okay. No, hey, look, I don't blame you. I think the line's a little too low for what both teams are capable of doing. I think they're both capable of covering this number, together.
It's a pretty low number.
But again, this game is being played in Buffalo. We don't know what the weather's going to be like come
Yeah.
Sunday morning. We'll see. Moving on to game 2.
All right, on to game 2. We have Jesus. What are
All
you?
right, guys. So one of the games that I'm dissecting this week or this weekend is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling now to LA playing the
LA.
Rams. All right, the line is Buccaneers plus 9.5. The line over and under 50.5. This is a game that a lot of critics are going to go ahead. A lot of people that they think they know what they're doing are going to want to take them back to Rams, and I don't blame you guys. You go with the star-studded team. You have Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, Brandon Cooks, so on and so on and so on, and then of course you got Sean McVay, coaching them. A lot of good reasons why to want to take jump on the Rams train and take them, but at 9.5 points, I think it's too many points. This is the NFL. Let's not forget that. I'm not a big believer in the Buccaneers, but I do believe in Bruce Arians coaching his team, keeping this game close, and coming away not with a win, but with the money. Again, this is what this podcast is about, taking the money. I'm going to take the Buccaneers at the 9.5. I want to get
Buccaneers.
paid.
The
Give me the
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Because they were not the Buccaneers last weekend. They came out and they played their hearts
You
out.
sure about that?
All right, they played their hearts out. They put up some points. Yeah, they should have
lost.
bet. They
Yeah.
should have bet. It happens.
But
Look,
the
they're not a great
Buccaneers-
team yet, but at least they showed some firepower within themselves.
I would.
No,
Yeah, I
okay.
agree with that. They did show firepower. So, I don't know. I haven't seen much from the Rams yet. Still, Buccaneers, like you said, they put up a lot of points. I expected them to dominate the Giants. I didn't think they would fall down like that. But to be honest, to me, I might take the under 50.5. I think it's the Rams defense. You gotta pit them over anything. Yeah, 50.5 is my pick for the Rams. I think their offense will score maybe like 30 points. Buccaneers probably score like 10, 15. And then after that, it's going to be done. Mona, what do you think?
I was kind of leaning towards going on the over on this game.
The
but-
over.
The
Yeah,
over?
it's the over.
Wow, that's
The
a lot
over.
of points. That's a lot of
It
points,
is
kid.
that, and I said I was initially thinking that,
Uh-huh.
but after thinking a little bit further, I think I'm gonna go with the Rams. 9.5 points is a lot of points to give up, but I don't trust Jameis Winston. I think we saw it last week. This Bucks team just finds a way to fuck themselves over. How you lose to, rookie quarterback first week at home. I'm taking the Rams, 9.5 points, but let me tell you why. I think
And on the road, too.
the
So.
offense is starting to click. They played against a hard defense. Well, pretty good defense last week against the Browns, and they started to put it together. I saw Jared Goff making some tough throws. I think it's going to be a lot easier of a defense this week against the Bucks. They're no pushovers, but they're not a top-rated defense. I'm also going to go ahead and say that the Rams defense is legit, and Jameis Winston. They're going to put some pressure in his face, and I think he's going to respond well to that.
Yeah, that's pretty well.
So you're making this an official pick and going with the Rams?
I'm doing an official pick. I'm taking the Rams.
I did hear you mention James Winston and say that you don't trust the kid. At this point, look at me straight in the eyes and tell me, do you trust Jared Goff?
I completely trust Jared Goff.
Wow.
I trust Jared Goff too.
Wow, off to a very slow start. Let's not forget that. That's why they were only 3.5-point favorites last weekend.
Man, he doesn't let me talk.
No, go ahead.
I completely trust Jared Goff, and I trust Sean McVay. Okay? That's the thing. And I trust Wade Phillips. I trust that team. I put my money on that team every time, They're gonna bring home the money this week too. Watch.
All right. Off to Armando with his predictions.
This is the third game right here. It's not gonna be one of those top games you're gonna be looking like, oh shit, everyone wants to watch this game. This is the Broncos versus the Jags, okay? Like we said, we're here to make money. We're not letting the players be the only ones to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me to say this, but in this game, the Broncos are playing the Jaguars, right? I didn't even mention the line. So the Jaguars are plus 3.5. Over under is 38.5. As much as it hurts for me to say this, I'm taking the Jaguars in this game.
Me too.
You know what?
I like that one.
I got 2 words for you. Minshew mania. All right. So Minshew came into the game last week, Thursday Night Football, against the Titans, who have a pretty good defense. He was lighting it up. He was out there with some confidence. And I feel like the Jaguars are rallying around this guy. They see that he's for real. They see he's legit. They are going to go to Denver. They're going to play in a high altitude environment where I don't see Denver hanging. I don't see Denver winning this game, to be honest with you, because they look like they're a team that's getting ready to throw the flag or throwing the towel. The defense looks shitty. They can't put any pressure on any quarterback, and that does not bode well for them. I take the Jaguars plus 3.5.
I think for the
That's a ballsy pick.
First time ever, I'm taking Denver. You are never ever gonna hear me take the Denver Broncos, but I'm taking Denver this week. They're 0-3, and the last time they played at home, they lost. It was a pretty heartbreaking loss. Lost a game-winning field goal by the Bears. I think this week they come out with firepower. I think their offense comes alive this week. Obviously, we know what their defense would do. The Jaguars have a good defense, but do we know anything about Ramsey, if he's being traded still, or
the guy's still up in the air?
Yeah,
we don't even know if he's being traded. We don't even know if he's being traded. We don't know if he's going to suit up on Sunday. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't crazy about touching this game, but I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to go ahead and let Joey finish with this point.
Well, even with Ramsey, I still think the Broncos will. I'm not going to say they're going to destroy them, but it is going to be I'm going to say a dogfight because both teams need to. Got to prove something. Last week, I still didn't see a lot last week from the Jaguars. But yeah, I take Denver minus 3.5. Jesus, what do you think?
Well, I think this is one of the games that even Ray Charles can see coming. You know what I mean? That's how much this game just glares at me. I like Denver at home. Again, let's not forget Gardner Minshew has been playing great ball, but there's already been 2.5 games out there on tape on him. I think those great defenses are going to be able to make adjustments on them. This is the NFL, after all. Let's not forget, let's downplay Denver. They have not won a game, but they have played hard. They played hard. Their offense has not been, productive for them. That's caused them to drop some games. And their defense doesn't have sacks at the moment. But this game is going to be played in Mile High. The altitude will be a factor.
That's why I think
will be a factor. On top of that, you have a rookie quarterback going out there to hostile territory. He does not know what it's like to play.
Don't count the rookie quarterbacks out there, because we
said
said that.
You know what?
We said that
the rookies out
this season.
Last year, we were talking about the Broncos and the Browns. And the Browns came to town. It was Baker Mayfield's rookie year. That rookie, he handles it. Denver, that's not the home field that it used to be. From what I'm seeing,
it's true.
The fans aren't the same since Manning left and they had all those great years. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. It's not as rough to play up there. I think they make it out to seem tougher than it actually is.
Let's not forget these Bronco players are playing for their first win of the year,
That's why
they really like their head coach and Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
They want to let them down. Trust me, that game on Sunday, their defense let them down. Not just their defense; they were making plays, they were flying around. Their offense was out there, doing their thing too. They show that they can run the ball. And if you show you can
yeah,
run the
we
ball
do
against
that,
Jacksonville, hey, you have a chance. You're at home. Come on, this is completely disrespect to the Broncos to only be 3-point favorites. I think they
I think
can
this is a
handle
game
it.
defense
3.5
can rely a lot.
is not much. I think Denver can pull it off, and they're gonna pull a comfortable win here, and they're gonna make something out of their season with that win. That probably may be the only win they win this whole year.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope you guys are right because I want to see Denver get some freaking wins on this. On that
I
board,
don't,
you know?
but I mean,
So
for,
I'm
for
making
the
this-
sake of our fans,
I'm
we
making this
gotta.
an official pick for the Scorcho picks over here, and he's taking Denver plus 3.5.
All right, two of us are taking Denver. Mando's taking the Jaguars. All right, so off to the third game.
Fourth game.
Fourth game. Sorry, my fault.
Sorry.
It's the Giants against the Redskins plus 3.5. Over under is 47.5. Another division rival game that I'm gonna be going with. I'm taking the Giants. I think after what we saw last week with Jones, hey, I know.
Danny Dimes.
Okay, look, this man made Duke look good, all right? Because we know Duke's football program. We didn't hear no players come out of there.
This guy's the truth, man.
This guy made him look really good, So.
This
Look.
guy is worthy of being called the phenom.
20,
No lie.
23 for 36, 336 yards, and 2 touchdowns. One other thing, people were like up in there about is Haskins going to start or is Keenum going to start?
Case Keenum.
So, as of today, Gruden had said Haskins will not be playing. They'll be keeping Keenum, and they still think that he can bring them the first win. Also, the Redskins have lost 5 of the last 8 road games. Yeah, the Giants haven't won a lot of home games either. They're 7 of the last 9. But I think with a new quarterback, with a fresh start, they're going to look for a win. Plus, a win this Sunday will bring them back to 500.
So what do you think about the whole Saquon thing? That's going to affect them at all?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Saquon's going to affect
I don't think so. I think
the Giants?
so. Last week, coming to that game, I was already reading reports saying they weren't going to try to use Saquon as much because they want to see how Jones is going to perform throwing the ball, how he can do. So I didn't think they were going to use Saquon a lot. So I think since he's out this game, we'll see more of Jones.
You're out
throwing
your
the ball.
mind, boy. Saquon's all they got offensively. I don't care if they put Manning back there again. And I
They
mean
beat the
Peyton Manning.
Buccaneers.
They're not going to be able to do much. But go ahead, Mando.
For this one, I'm gonna go with Joe. I like the Giants. 3.5. I wish it would have been 2.5. 2.5. I love this game at 2.5.
Yeah.
Like we said, it is the card, so the line may change. But I think you still have to take the Giants at 3.5. Case Keenum. I don't gotta say much more than that, right?
Yeah.
Case
Just Case Keenum. That's all I gotta say. It's his
blew it
name.
last week, and this Redskin team reminds me a lot of the Broncos from last year. They are reluctant to make changes, and it's gonna fuck them up. They're gonna go on a lot of.
And this
losing
is the
streaks.
week you should have started Haskins.
This is the time for you to start.
And
Haskins.
they're
Exactly.
not.
Exactly.
And they're
Playing
not.
against this-
So that
this is
shows
a
what kind of
winnable
team they
game.
are.
It's a very winnable game for the Redskins, but they're not going to pull a trigger and put in Haskins. I'd see the Giants repeating what they did last week to the Bucks, and I see Daniel Jones going off on this Redskins defense, which is a little weak. I'm not too hot on them. 3.5 points. I think they cover that.
All right, so we got 2 young men taking the Giants over here on this side.
Yes, sir.
Danny Dimes.
All right. It's got to be worrisome if you're a Redskins fan and they have not made the move for Haskins. What that tells me is that he's not ready yet. They don't like what they're seeing out there on the practice field. On top of that, you have the Giants playing without their main star, their ball hogger. Come on, Saquon's out, no running attack. Who are they going to throw it to? No weapons. Benny Fowler
Shepard
is
and Ingram
hurt.
did it last week.
But
I mean,
you have to
both
keep
over
in
100
mind
yards.
that exactly. You got to keep in mind that Saquon went down early last week, and the Giants were trailing the whole time. They came back into that game. As much as I do think that Saquon is definitely a big part
Oh
of
yeah,
this
he's
offense,
a
I feel like they can still do it without him. I feel like Daniel Jones just showed enough last week to show that he can make the plays and that.
So, but that's the thing. Like, people are always like, okay, look, Saquon's out. Who didn't throw it to? No one's been paying attention to the receivers. So now,
What receivers? What
It-
receivers?
well,
Did they
that's
get tape
kinda-
back? Is it tape back this week or is it next week?
I think it's next week.
Next
he
week,
comes
okay,
back.
okay.
What receivers?
Well-
they don't have a set of wide receivers. That's what I'm saying. So is Daniel
So-
Jones against who? Against
You
the
know,
world?
okay,
He
so
doesn't have a tight.
They got a nice tight end. They got a nice tight end.
Ingram.
Ingram is a nice tight end. And they
133 yards this year,
Sterling
never a touchdown.
Sterling Shepard is slept on. He did really good last week. He can develop into a number 1 wide receiver.
Look, the
but
last
anyways,
2 weeks,
Yeah.
when you play the Giants, everyone's like, all right, let's stop Saquon. They didn't give a crap about the receivers, so no one got to see them. Now you come into this week, Saquon's done. Now everyone's like, oh shoot, do I double team hit this guy? Do I double team this guy? They don't know who them guards, so that's a lot of chance for the receivers to just.
Well,
Prove
listeners,
themselves.
go ahead and get your paper and pencils ready. Mark this game's down. I'm going to give you a winner here. This is an easy game. An easy game. You can cash this ticket all day long.
If you say the Giants,
Take the under. Under 47.5. All I got to say is you have Keenum
I like the under too though.
playing
I like
against
that.
Daniel
I like
Jones.
the under. Yeah.
I'm not taking a side. I think both teams are shit. They can't do anything. I'm going to take the under. I like the under, and I like it big time. Put a couple hundred on there.
Ooh,
Under
oh,
47.5. Official pick, El Scorcho.
All right,
I think
so we got
another game, right? You want to preview?
we got-
Which
we got-
game you want to preview?
we got 2 Giants and we got unders, right? Am I right?
Yep.
All right.
Under in the Giants game. All
So
right.
up to game number 5.
So game number 3, another specialty from El Scorcho coming right straight to you. The game that I want to go ahead and dissect now is the Seattle Seahawks traveling out to Arizona to the desert, taking on the Cardinals against a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach. You have Pete Carroll on one side, the great Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, a decent amount of
Lockett did good last week.
decent amount of offense. No superstar tight end or anything like that. A couple of capable running backs. And they got embarrassed. Let's face it. Seattle got embarrassed at home against New Orleans, a team they were supposed to manhandle. All right, they were favorites to beat them. They lost at home. Now, look at what Pete Carroll does every time he loses a game. He wants to come back and redeem himself. He does not like losing, especially at home. Now he's traveling out to Arizona to take on a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback. There's no way he's going to let himself get beat. And I don't even think this game's going to be close, to be honest with you. I think Russell Wilson's
Really?
going to be out there doing Russell Wilson
Yeah.
things, and I think he's
Okay.
going to blow the cap off of this team. Defensively, the Cardinals, they don't have much. They can't apply much pressure. And even if they do, Russell Wilson's one of the best quarterbacks under pressure. He can just bootleg out of the pocket and make stuff happen. I like Seattle, and I'll go ahead and give the Cardinals 4.5 points. Make that an official pick for El Scorcho. Take Seattle minus 4.5.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle minus 4.5. I think there's just really nothing much to say. The Cardinals, they played like shit last week. I didn't like. Come on, they should have beat the Panthers.
They didn't even show up.
They didn't. Yeah,
They didn't even
show
show
up. So and Golden last week Golden Tate did really good for Seattle. Carson did good. Wilson, we already know what Wilson's gonna do by the time you enter the game.
Anybody who has Russell Wilson on their fantasy football team, you saw what he did. Over 100 points, baby. That's all I got to say.
Well, it depends on how you're playing, but yeah. Wait, do we know who the Seahawks tight end is?
Yeah, this week. It's pretty
Because
decent.
they just traded. I know they
It's not
just traded
superstar.
today. Their tight end
They did.
to the Steelers for like a round pick.
I'm not sure, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, you can put Pete Carroll out there with a helmet and a mouthpiece,
He'll
and Russell
play.
Wilson will find him wide open. He'll throw him open. Okay, Phenom, what do you have to say about this game?
All right, so this is a game I'm not hot about at all because I can see this game being ugly. I can see this being a trap game again.
Another trap.
Yeah, I can see. I don't know. The Seahawks really let me down last week. They really let me down. Like, how are you gonna lose to the freaking
They
Saints
let a whole lot of people down. Trust me.
without Teddy Bridgewater? You know, all they have is Kamara, and they could not stop Kamara. Like, you have one player you got to look for, and you got to stop, and they can't stop him. Oh man, this is making me. This game is ugly. I don't want to touch it, but I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. Like you guys said, I kind of trust Russell Wilson more.
Yeah, I think that's the
Actually,
only quarterback I would
Scratch
actually
that.
really trust.
I trust Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll a lot more than a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach. The only thing that's gonna make it a little bit.
Wait. Did I sell you on that pick or what? Or were you going to take Arizona originally?
Look, I already
Tell
had,
me the truth.
I already had
You
Seattle.
already have
locked down,
Seattle.
yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, I didn't want to touch this game. If it's on my card, if I'm doing a parlay, I'm not touching this game. But I gotta make a pick, right? So I'm taking Seattle. Like I said, I trust Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson a lot more than the rookie head coach Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. You know, because look, the only thing that's gonna make it at least a little close is that the Cardinals are playing at home, but that's not really a home field anyway. I don't like to pick this game, but I'm taking the Seahawks. If I was you guys, I wouldn't put my money on this game. It's a trap game, but I'm taking the Seahawks, like I said.
All right, so all of us are agreeing taking the Seahawks.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty,
Put me down for Seattle.
so
Again,
now-
last weekend they
oh,
led, 49 states out of 50? But this weekend is going to be different. Give me Seattle.
All
Alright, guys.
right, now for Mando's Final pick.
The final game is going to be the Sunday night game. I think this is going to be a really juicy matchup. It's the Cowboys at the Saints. The Saints are underdogs, 3.5 points. Over under is 46.5. Let's see.
Where are they playing at again?
They're playing in New Orleans.
Ooh, the Big Easy.
Yes, this is what makes this game very interesting. Had this been in Dallas, it's a different story. You know, you take Dallas all day. For this game, listen. The Saints surprised a lot of people last week. They showed that they're capable. Teddy Bridgewater said, "You know what? I'm a quarterback too, man."
Hey, I said it last week. He's been
I'm a quarterback too.
I'm a quarterback too. I'm a grown man, and he put up some points against a strong Seattle defense in Seattle. Keep that in mind. They went into Seattle and they won. It was rainy. It was an ugly game, but they came out of there with a W. They played decent defense and they had a really good offensive attack. All right, we're talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are on fire, but who have they played? Who? I don't know if they have any serious matchups on there. They played, the Giants with Eli Manning. Not a big problem. They played against the Dolphins. Not a big problem.
Yeah, obviously not a big problem.
Come on now. All right, so this is a game where I'm not picking a side. I want to just sit back, relax, and watch these points get put on the board by both teams. I'm going over all day on this game. 46.5. You're playing in New Orleans. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. That defense of the Dallas Cowboys, which has been pretty stout up to this point, I think they're going to bend a little bit. They're going to bend a little bit. They're going to give up some points.
You said it yourself. They look stout, but against who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they're going to bend a little bit. And you know what? I think I think the Cowboys' offense is legit. Dak Prescott,
Wow.
as much as people hate on him, I think he has been playing very
You
good
call him
football.
Dak?
Hold on. Yeah, he's been playing,
Legit?
He's been playing. He's been playing really good football. Not just this year, but last year too. You got Amari Cooper, you got Ezekiel Elliott. Like this, that's the big three right there. And they have enough talent to get it done. And they also have Randall Cobb, who had a really good game last week. You know what? They're going to put up points. Both teams are going to put up points. Safe pick here is going to be the over, 46.5.
All right. How many points are the Cowboys favored by?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
That's how many fingers they can shove up their ass. I am going to go ahead and take the Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints, baby.
Saints?
All right? Who dat? They're playing
Who
in
dat?
New Orleans. Let's not forget home field advantage. I've been saying it all season long.
That's a ballsy pick.
All
I like it.
season long. New Orleans is based on speed. All right?
Greatest
Speed,
show on turf.
AstroTurf, controlled environment, a loud-ass fucking crowd. And let's face it, half of these motherfuckers in New Orleans are going to be high and drunk, and they're going to be rooting the Saints in. Give me the Saints and the 3.5 motherfucking fingers I'm going to shove up the bookie's ass this weekend.
Yeah.
Take the Saints.
Yeah, all I gotta say is light Camara action.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
taking the
Taking
Saints,
Saints
man.
as well?
I'm taking
Okay,
the
okay.
Saints this
You see,
day.
I like your guys' picks because you know what? That's something I want to do. But I was like, man, I gotta go with the safe pick here.
It's
But
okay.
I
It's
really-
okay. It's
I
okay.
really
It's all right.
like
It's
I really
okay,
like that
Bubba.
pick. I really like that pick. You know what, listeners, audience, whatever. You know what? You can listen to both of these picks over, and you can take the Saints. I think you'll be fine with either one of these. Either one of these, it's going to be a great game to watch. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this one too. I feel like it's going to be a nice matchup.
It's the kind of game you want to pop a cold one, sit back,
Yeah,
kick your
hell
feet
yeah.
up on the couch, and just watch the game.
Just chill with the
your
boys.
friends.
That's all you
It's
wanna do.
prime time, baby.
Chill
It's
with the
prime
boys.
time.
That's all you want to do.
Yeah, right on, guys. All right, so that's week 4.
Hold
Uh,
on,
Whoa, Scorcho.
We got a
Come
blue
on, man.
chip.
This
We
is
got
the
a
most
blue chip.
important. This is the most important part of the
I know.
show.
This
I
is
gotta
why
talk
everybody
about the blue
watches.
chips, baby. This is where we get paid. This is where you get paid.
This is where you
the
get
listeners
paid, man.
This is what they're waiting
Come on,
for
now.
here, man. All right, Scorcho, what's your blue chip? What is gonna hit? What is guaranteed for you? You're 2-0, so you gotta back it up. We gotta listen to you, man.
Guys, I'm hotter than a fucking pistol here. All right, I'm 2 for 2. All right, I'm undefeated. I don't mess around when it comes to my money. Okay, I'm eyeballing the Bears and Vikings game. All right, this game is being played in Chicago. You got Minnesota catching 2.5 points over and under. Line is 38.5.
Yes.
I can see a lot of people wanting to side with Chicago,
No.
but you have Mitchell Trubisky.
Hell no.
And then on the opposite side, you have Minnesota, which is a money-making machine for me, but only when they play
You
at
like
home.
that?
Only when they play
You
at
like
home.
that?
I don't like them on the road. So that makes you wonder, who the fuck am I going to pick, right? Well, this is why it's called a blue chip, guys. I saved my best for last. I'm pulling this golden nugget out of Joey's ass and throwing it right here on the table.
Whoa.
All right? This is for you guys to go get paid. Go get your money. All right?
Add a little BK?
All right, take the over, 38.5, and don't ask me how, when, how, why.
How?
I can't tell you why, how, when, or why.
Why?
But hey, listen, Minnesota is going to go over. All right? The Bears are going to find a way to get some points in there themselves. Chicago's not going to get embarrassed at home. They'll do their job of putting out, 17, 20 points. Minnesota will do the same, and they'll drive this number up. Give me the over. And although it's going to be bad weather in Chicago, it's expected to be cold and windy, give me the over 38.5. That's my blue chip of the weekend.
Hey,
All right, Mondo.
Guys, I am hotter than a fucking pistol. Take my picks. Don't get paid.
Scorcho, hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. You're fucking hot right now with these blue chips. You're hot. Everything else, I don't know about that. Anyway, let's get into the real pick right here. The Phenom, the one with the best record back-to-back weeks. All right.
Yeah,
That is true.
Listen
That
up.
is true. That is true. Let's give it up to the Phenom.
Listen up. KC versus the Lions.
I like that one.
Plus 6.5.
I like that one.
I'm taking KC. The Lions are being made out to be a tough team. They haven't lost a game. Get out of here with that, man. I'm taking KC.
Oh,
I'm
somebody
taking
grew big balls.
KC.
They're taking Kansas City and
Pat.
giving away 6.5 points
I'll give away 10.
at Detroit.
I'll give away 10.
Wow.
Detroit is not no home field advantage.
Wow.
Give me Patrick Mahomes. Give me the Chiefs.
You're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
they'll win
Yeah.
by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's take it.
Hey.
Mark me down. Blue chip right there, baby.
I just worry about Detroit. I hate Detroit. I think they're the kind of team that fucks up your weekend. Not even your parlay, just a regular bet. They're the ones that fuck it up. Them in Tennessee. I can't bet them. I can't
Tennessee,
side
yes.
with them.
Tennessee,
I'm
yes.
gonna lay off that game. But hey, that's great. That was a great
You already
breakdown.
here first, all right? KC Blue chip.
Sheesh, man. You guys are doing some good picks.
All right,
I'm not
little
gonna
BK.
lie. I'm not
Little
gonna
BK.
lie. So I was leaning towards picking the Colts and Raiders game. I like that game, but my blue chip will be.
You had to change your heart.
Yeah, I had to change it.
I can't keep
be
you
a fan.
faithful.
It
I
happens.
can't keep
It
you
happens.
faithful.
I can't be a
happens.
fan. I can't be a fan. So I'm taking Atlanta. The Falcons against the Titans. And they're minus 4.5.
I almost threw up in my mouth right now.
Joey, you scared me with this pick, man. I gotta be honest with you, man.
Hey,
This man's taking Atlanta.
If we're talking about the teams that fuck you up,
Atlanta at home.
the Lions and the Titans, the team that fucks me up the most is the fucking Falcons, man.
Hey, the
Hell
Titans
no.
fucked us up before, though.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
not
very
gonna
true.
lie.
I'm with
Hey,
Armando.
hey, go
Both
ahead,
teams
talk.
have fucked us up.
Go
Both
ahead,
teams
talk.
have fucked
I'm with
us
Armando.
up.
Why you feeling
Phenom.
it? Why you feeling it,
Ooh.
Joe? Why you feeling it?
I this week I trust Matt Ryan. I trust Julio Jones. I trust Ridley. I feel like this is the game that they're gonna go off in. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna go off this game. Titans they played okay. They're playing alright throughout the season.
Falcons are at home too. That works
But-
out. for them.
Yeah, like I said, the Falcons are at home. They lost their last home game against the the Vikings, correct?
Yeah.
I think this is their chance to win their first home game. Give the crowd something to cheer about for once this season. So I'll take the Falcons with my blue chip.
Nice.
I don't like this pick one bit.
Hey, it's my pick.
You're taking two of the worst teams to cover on the spread. You're taking
Watch.
Atlanta, and then,
All right,
and then they're playing Tennessee.
Watch
Tennessee.
when I win.
Scorcho,
Watch when I win.
I
Just watch.
think you forgot the blue chip segment is not for all of us to discuss.
No,
It's
I
just
know.
it's just that one person's pick. You know what? We're gonna let Joey ride with this one, and we'll see what happens
We'll see
next
what
week.
happens
Right?
next week.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Sportsworks Podcast Week 4. I hope you guys took some notes and listened up because we got the real picks for you right here. All right.
Guys, don't forget to give this podcast a thumbs up, subscribe, all right? And do me a favor, somebody go get Joey some rope because he's going to hang himself after this weekend. Those are horrible picks. No, I'm just kidding. That last pick, his golden nugget. I don't know if you
I
can
like that
call it a
one.
nugget,
Trust
but
me.
hey,
Trust
listen,
me. Just trust me.
I don't know. Well, we'll move on. Again, thanks for listening.
Don't forget-
Thanks for staying tuned.
Hey, don't forget.
Hey, you can't. You don't let the players be the only
Only
ones
ones
that get paid. Come on now,
Come
baby.
man.
Come
Thank
on
y'all
now.
for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.